Hey guys, welcome back. Joe here again from ScaleFreak.com, coming to kick off a new build series for the Sakura D4 rear-wheel drive. So what I'm going to do in this video is do the open box for this bad boy here, and then in future videos, I'm going to show you step by step on how to go from this all the way to this. So again, rear-wheel drive drift kit, all the way from opening the box for the first time all the way to a full setup and exactly how to make this little sucker run. Now I'll tell you, I've already built this one on a scale of 1 to 10 on how difficult these things are to build. As long as you got the correct tools, I give this one about a 5. So this is actually a kit that even a beginner would be able to get into, again, as long as you have the right tools. And you can see all that in future videos. So you know what? Let's get started. First things first, let's get the box open. So again, some people have said online like, oh cool, you got the all-wheel drive kit. No, I didn't. I got the rear-wheel drive kit. Box is the same for both kits. Most of the parts in the kit are the same as well, but there are, of course, some things that are different being a rear-wheel drive. So first, let's get this bad boy open. And I also want to say thank you to RC Mart for having such a killer launch deal, so I could actually get a couple of these things to start my setup. That's how I wound up getting 2 of them, so that I could build one to figure out what I was doing before I filmed one on camera. So thanks RC Mart for having such an awesome setup. I of course did get the kit that you would get the servo and the gyro included with it, as well as a little weight for the car as well. So go check that out. I put the link below as to exactly which one I got. Now in here, of course, again, number one, I'll tell you, I've already built this kit. The instructions are laid out absolutely amazing. Let's see here, bottom of the box. This is for the rear-wheel drive kit. So as you go through here step by step, this is an extremely well laid out book for instructions. Everything is very clear. I didn't really have any guesswork the entire time that I was building this kit. And of course, you know, they make sure they give you the correct measurements and everything for when you are building your arms. You can make sure you have the correct tools to be able to get all of that built correctly so that the setup after the car is built is very minimal. And of course, because, come on, what kit is complete without a sheet of stickers? So you get some nice stickers for that as well. Now in here, I will tell you as well, there is a neat little bag of extra tools that you get. Yeah, this thing actually comes with their own turnbuckle wrenches. It actually comes with a wrench I've never seen in an RTR kit before, where to actually create your turnbuckles and your links, there's a little tool in here. Let me see, just find my knife. This is actually pretty neat. There's a little tool in here. Well, first, you can build your own pliers. They help a lot. And then these guys here, tire wrenches, it's this one that I'm thinking about. This guy here, you actually slide the link into, or sorry, the ball cup into, and instead of having to use your pliers or something like that, this part here is actually designed to screw in the link ends and the ball cups into the kit. This makes life a lot easier when building the links. So I'm just going to stuff this stuff back in there. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, and I do not want to lose any parts. Now, by the time you're done building this kit, depending on which configuration you're going to build it in, you may have a couple extra screws. Don't fret. This thing has a setup of whether you can do, where is it here? You can do a battery in the middle of the kit, or you can do a battery on the back of the kit, depending on what you prefer. So when I was done, I had a couple extra screws that would have screwed into the back shock tower, a couple extra spacers that would have screwed into the back shock tower. But again, because I went with the mid-battery configuration on this bad boy here, those screws were extra for a reason. So going through, I kind of want to talk about a few things. Number one, carbon fiber chassis. Yes, let's love exactly that. And of course, going through here, bag one, you're setting up the arms, and on a front-wheel drive kit, or sorry, an all-wheel drive kit, you will have the correct arms all around. This one here, you just get the specific arms for the front, all of the shims and everything to be able to shim your arm off the chassis itself. Very, very easy to set up. I was amazed. That's bag one. So again, as you're building it, you're going through, you are literally saying, okay, bag one, build the arms, then slap them to the chassis. Okay, let's go into bag two. We start getting into bulkheads. Now, all in here, you do get a aluminum motor mount, as well as the system that the pulley latches onto is aluminum as well. Well, most of it is. You do have a plastic gear, and when you look at this, you say, why do I have a spare gear left over? Remember guys, this bag would be universal for both kits, so you actually have the gear for the front wheel drive system as well, or the all-wheel drive system as well, if you were to go that way. And again, step by step, it's completely logical as to how this is supposed to go together. Bag 3, setting up all your top plate, making sure all of the rest of the gears go together. This is about where you'll probably install your motor as well. Let me see here, we've got bag 4. Now we're heading into the link setup. Links and the CVDs for the rear of the kit. So it doesn't come with standard dog bones, it comes with CVDs, which is phenomenal. And of course, this is also your steering setup as well with aluminum parts. I have already seen that they have made an upgrade steering rack, which is excellent. This guy here, I love the kit. It works amazing out of the box, but after a little while, it gets a little bit like that. So I will be upgrading to that part very shortly. Bag 5, again, more bearings, getting the front links set up. This setup here, I want to show you this really quick on the unboxing, is a really neat setup with being able to extend the length of the arms. So not only can you use the offset of the tires, but you can also extend the arms a little bit to keep your tire from making contact with the shock and then stopping. So I was very happy to see that that was done as well. Thank you, Dave, for that tip and setting it up for me. That was bag 5. Bag 6, we are going into the battery mount setup. So at this point, you're mounting all of your electronics. So battery, really easy to slide in there. You're going to want to use something like a 2-cell hard case LiPo. That will make it fit nice and snug. In my kit, I'm using a Max Amps Race Edition pack, and it fits absolutely perfect. So if you want to see exactly what the dimensions are, just head over to the Max Amps site and look at the dimensions of the 2-cell 6500 race pack. And I don't think I could get a millimeter larger in any direction. That's how perfect that pack fit. Now, bag 7, we're talking shocks. So they are plastic-bodied shocks, but aluminum cap, preload adjustment, and the bottom to put the cartridge in there. And it does come with the correct shock oil, 350 CST. So far, phenomenal. And again, I've built these shocks and used this kit a whole bunch, and I haven't had any leaky shocks or any concerns with my shocks. Just remember, when I do my build, I also use team-associated green slime to make sure that everything is all nice and slimed up so nothing leaks through. Now we have your bag 8, which is your bumpers and your body mounts. So if you're going with a body mount, that's awesome. A lot of people in the drift community do like to use stealth mounts, which I will show in a later video because it will be installed on one of my kits. But if you're going with a standard body mount, these things are very easy to use. And I mean, look at the size of these things. So you can fit just about anything on it. This one here is a Subaru body that fits on this, and it fits exactly perfect, so you can see how much more room I have to play with. And then another question that was asked me is, Joe, does this thing come with tires? Yes, it does. 4 tires, 4 wheels. You just need a bead of glue to hold them on. Now, these may be absolutely amazing with a all-wheel drive setup, but for the rear-wheel drive setup, I did need to go with something a little bit differently. I needed something that had a little bit more traction on the front and the rear in order to get the back end to swing. But again, that's all coming up in future videos. And of course, the other plate that's in here, you can kind of see it there, is to set up if I wanted to do the rear battery. I have not dabbled with that yet. I may try that out just to see how much more of a swing that it actually gives it. So that is the unboxing of the kit itself. So you can see all of the lovely little parts that come in this thing. If you go take a look at the RC Mart website, you'll actually see that there's been tons of upgrades already released for it. And if you are anywhere on the internet, you know, because it's a big place, that has anything to do with the D4 setup right now, you'll already see that there are massive amounts of aftermarket support, chassis, kits, steering, tons of stuff that people are already getting on board and really making this kit better. Even though, again, I'm new at drifting, but we've got some seasoned drifters that have already picked up this kit and said, hands down, it's one of the best rear-wheel drive kits they've ever used. Very lightweight, very easy to control, and very easy to get it to point where you want it to be. For me, drifting has been a very steep learning curve already, which has been, let's call it, interesting. Now, one day Dave told me, with rear-wheel drive drift, you don't steer with the front tires, you steer with the throttle. Still picking up on that concept. Additional parts that will be going into this, of course, I did pick up the Hackmoto 13.5 turn brushless censored motor. I also picked up the Hacktronic ESC, specifically built for drifting. So get in here and make sure you get yourself the Hacktronic programming card. This thing comes with a little bit of a setting that you just want to tweak a little bit to make it perfect for your style, and this is very, very easy to use. And then, of course, because I did get that special setup or that promo deal from them, it came with an extra nitrous bottle looking weight that I'm going to be able to mount wherever I want to have a little bit of extra weight onto the kit. I did get the OMG servo, and this bad boy here is doing, where did I read it? It is doing 6 volts. It's doing, where was it? 0.08 for transfer speed, and it's doing 90 ounce of torque, which, I mean, how much do you need to really swing this? And look at this. This is how far the servo moves from lock to lock. Make sure you set your endpoints, guys. And of course, rear-wheel drive drifting makes life a lot easy if you get yourself a gyro. I got to play with someone's car the other day that did not have one in there, and I will not be touching his car again. But it's fascinating what it does on this one. Let's see if I fire it up here, and then wait till it gets... I don't have my radio here. Hold on, guys. All right, so with the radio here, what a folly that one was. Turn the kit on, centers everything out, and then the gyro makes it so that when you countersteer, it will adjust the wheels for you to try to keep you in check. Otherwise, the back end does whatever it wants. This will assist you in making sure the kit goes where you want it to go. What a neat system, and it's making it a little bit easier to learn. So that's it for the open box video, guys. There will be more to come because, as you can see, I have to take this pile of stuff and turn it back into another one of these. So guys, please make sure you head over to RC Mart to check out all this stuff that you can get for it. I did get all this stuff from one shipment, and it was lightning fast to Canada, which is like an oxymoron. Nobody says lightning fast to Canada because they seem to forget about us. But guys, go check it out. And of course, thank you very much for checking out the video. Please click on the like button below, subscribe, share your comments below on whether you got this kit or not. And of course, please share this throughout your community. I'm very new to drift. If you guys have any cool drift videos that I think I should check out, head over to the Scale Freak Facebook page, tag them in there. I'd love to see what you guys are doing with this. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all the likes, and have yourself a great night.